This week, Justin Bieber posted 2 black and white photos of himself looking, well, like he just got off a 3-hour therapy session. Underneath, a caption that hit like a breakup anthem. Tired of transactional relationships. If I have to do something to be loved, that's not love. Now, let's pause. On its own, that might seem like a regular emotional moment from someone who's grown up under 24/7 surveillance. But it didn't take long for fans to connect the dots. Especially since divorce rumors between Justin and Hailey Bieber have been doing their rounds like an overplayed TikTok sound. His message wasn't just dramatic, it was pointed. The kind of soft launch sadness people post when they're trying to say a lot without saying anything at all. And the internet? Oh, it went full detective mode. Many believe this wasn't just any cryptic note, it was a passive dig at Hailey. I mean, how else do you explain the timing? The rocky marriage rumors, the body language breakdowns, the why does she look fed up in every paparazzi shot discourse? Fans have receipts, and they're not afraid to post them. But not everyone's throwing tomatoes at Bieber. Some are actually defending him. They say this is just him being raw, being real, and that he's always used social media to vent. You know the fandom is split when half are calling him a walking red flag, and the other half are telling him, "You're very loved, we're here." And just when you think it's all about Hailey, another theory slides in like a late-night text. What if the post wasn't about her at all? What if it was about Scooter Braun? Yeah, remember him? Bieber's former manager and once upon a time BFF. They parted ways in 2023, and it wasn't a cute little goodbye. Reports say Bieber owes Scooter millions. And while neither party aired dirty laundry, the silence was loud. Scooter, who recently appeared on the Diary of a CEO podcast, addressed it in the most corporate therapy way possible. He said they worked together for so long, had massive success, but eventually Bieber wanted to prove he could do things on his own. And Scooter? He said he respects that and is rooting for him. Sure, but fans aren't buying the all love no drama routine. Some believe the transactional line could have been aimed at old industry ties, people who wanted something from him. Money, fame, influence, and maybe, just maybe, Scooter fits that mold. After all, when Taylor Swift called Braun a bully, Bieber backed him hard. And now? It's silence and debt. Still, when a celebrity posts a vague caption, it becomes a blank canvas for chaos. Is it about Hailey? About Scooter? About both? Or is it just a classic overshare after 2 a.m. scrolling? Let's not forget, this isn't the first time Bieber spilled his emotional tea on Instagram. Just last month, he wrote about how exhausting it is to try and earn love. That love isn't something you trade effort for, it's something you receive. Those aren't just shower thoughts, that's therapy talk. But here's where it gets complicated. Every time Justin goes vulnerable on the gram, someone accuses him of being high, lost, or spiraling. There have even been Every time Justin goes vulnerable on the gram, someone accuses him of being high, lost, or spiraling. There have even been wild drug rumors, which his team flat out denies. But that hasn't stopped social media from going full armchair psychologist. One moment, he's the misunderstood pop prince. The next, he's a husband from hell. Depending on who you ask, he's either healing or hiding, speaking his truth or throwing shade. The lines are blurred, and maybe that's exactly how he wants it. If this is a soft breakup launch, it wouldn't be the first time a celebrity used captions instead of press releases. And if it's not, well, it's still working. Because we're all talking. 1 moody post, 2 black and white selfies, 1,000 headlines. And Justin? He's just out here being cryptic, poetic, and a little chaotic, like always. He's been posting. A lot. Not selfies at the beach or photos of Hailey in sun hats. We're talking about cryptic one-liners that feel more like a philosophy major's notebook than a pop star's Instagram. He recently wrote, "The secret in this life is forgiveness." Which, fine, maybe he's just feeling deep. But then he followed it up with a post calling loyalty a manipulative word. He said people should stop using it to keep others close, comparing it to mafia tactics. Mafia. He really said that. That's not typical Sunday Vibes content. But then came the Vogue caption situation. So Hailey posted her Vogue cover. No controversy there, she looked great. But then Justin commented with something that didn't exactly scream husband of the year. He brought up an old fight. Apparently, during a big argument, he once told Hailey she'd never make it to the cover of Vogue. He admitted it was mean, said he felt disrespected, and tried to justify it as his way of getting even. He added something about how maturing means realizing that revenge just blocks intimacy and connection. Now, sure, that may sound like growth. But saying all that in public? That's not just personal reflection, that's a signal flare. And Hailey's response? She didn't say much, which in celebrity language says a lot. Instead, she edited the caption of her own post about going to therapy. A quiet move, but not a random one. Her fans noticed instantly. They began dissecting every word. Did she take out something about support? Did she remove a line about marriage? Was it meant to distance herself? And just like that, speculation went from low simmer to full boil. But here's where things get murky. A source claimed Hailey and Justin are at their breaking point. Supposedly, there's jealousy in the air. Justin's been struggling with Hailey's rising success, while his own career seems paused. Not over, but definitely quiet. The world saw Justin cancel tours, sell assets, and pull back from the spotlight. And now, with these cryptic posts about betrayal, emotional pain, and forgiveness, it's adding up. At least for fans, it is. Now, this is where things go full tabloid apocalypse. Reports suggest Hailey may be considering legal action, a conservatorship. Yes, that word. Britney's word. For anyone who missed the Britney Spears saga, a conservatorship is basically when the court says, you can't manage your own life, someone else will do it for you. It's meant to protect people who are unwell, emotionally, mentally, or physically. And now, there's talk that Hailey might file one against Justin. Is it even possible? Let's break this down. For Hailey or his mom, Patty, to file a conservatorship, they'd need to prove 3 things in court. 1. Justin can't make reasonable decisions. 2. He poses a risk to himself or others, including his child. 3. He's incapable of managing his finances. Now, just posting cryptic quotes doesn't get you a conservatorship. The courts need solid medical proof. Like doctors' evaluations, mental health assessments, stuff that goes way deeper than Instagram captions. Legal expert Jamie Wright said this kind of court action is a nuclear option. It's not taken lightly, and the Britney case made judges even more cautious. No judge wants a repeat of that mess. If a conservatorship is being considered, it's not just about who's following who on Instagram. It could reshape Justin's life completely. He could lose legal control of his finances. Someone else, maybe Hailey, would call the shots. He might not be allowed to tour, sign contracts, or even decide basic health care. And if there's proof he's unfit as a parent, custody of their baby boy could be affected too. A conservatorship could shatter Justin's public image, his brand deals, his comeback chances, his autonomy. And let's be real, it could break their marriage. But is this really where they're headed? Honestly, it's hard to say. On one hand, Justin has always worn his heart on his sleeve. He's had breakdowns before. He's talked openly about past drug use, therapy, mental health. He's not afraid to be vulnerable. Maybe he's just having a rough season. Maybe those posts are just what they look like, deep thoughts from someone figuring out life. But on the other hand, there's a pattern. Canceled shows, emotional instability, jealousy, loneliness, public apologies. And now, Hailey quietly pulling away, posting about therapy while he writes about betrayal and forgiveness. That's not nothing. Right now, there's no official conservatorship, no divorce papers, no tell-all interview on Oprah's lawn. But the signs are there. The tension, the silence, the whispers behind closed doors. And fans? They're torn. On the other hand, Hailey Bieber just pulled off the perfect boss babe to wine babe switch. Right after sitting on stage at the Business of Beauty Global Forum in Napa, talking about how Rhode just got scooped up by ELF Beauty for a cool $1 billion, Hailey slipped out of her glam dress and into vacation mode faster than most of us can pronounce entrepreneur. One day, she's in a yellow and black mini, making power moves. The next, she's sipping wine under a tree with her bestie Justine Skye. She dropped a carousel on Instagram that basically screamed, "Work hard, rosé harder." There she was, smiling wide, glass of dark wine in hand, rocking a white tank, sheer sweater, black shades, and not a single care in the world. The vibe was relaxed but expensive. Justine matched the energy in a yellow button-down, also with wine in hand, because what's a girl's trip without synchronized sipping? There were wine barrels, boomerangs, and at one point, Justine even used a wine glass to block her face. Peak influencer stealth mode. Now, back to that $1 billion deal. Hailey didn't just sell her skincare brand, she practically handed it over like it was her firstborn. She called Rhode her baby and said the sale felt right in her soul. She kept her title as founder and added 2 more, Chief Creative Officer and Head of Innovation. That means she's still the boss. A couple of years ago, she told people she wanted Rhode to be for everyone, affordable, inclusive, no fluff. And now, she's making sure it stays that way, just with a little more power and a lot more wine. From billion-dollar boardrooms to vineyard selfies, Hailey's living proof that you really can do it all. If this saga's got you spiraling in your group chats, you're not alone. And if you're waiting for answers, don't blink. Because with Bieber, the next post could change everything. Hit that like button if you're still emotionally recovering from that Vogue comment. Subscribe for more deep dives into celebrity chaos. Because in this house, we don't scroll past drama, we analyze it. And hey, drop your theory in the comments. Team Justin, Team Hailey, or Team Everyone Needs a Nap? I'll be watching. You should too.